Yo, 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 what it do, family? It's your Uncle T coming at you with another Tunes Talk red light special for that ass. Yo, it's a lunar eclipse. It's a lunar eclipse special. So I'm going to have y'all participate in preparing this candle right here. So we got a white candle. It may look red on camera, but it's white. And man, so it's been eventful, this lunar eclipse, or the few days preceding it, prior to it. And just in fact, today, a jar of this size just fell off the counter. I don't ever break glass like that, but I want to say it's like the ancient Hopis or one of the cultures used to break pots. And this might be more geared towards the solar eclipse, but one of the ancient cultures or native cultures used to break pots in order to alleviate some of the quote unquote pressure or any type of events, malicious type events that may come up during the eclipses. Now, again, this may be geared towards the solar eclipse, but nonetheless, the glass breaking for me today, I took that as a sign from the ancestors that, okay, the glass broke and that's going to save me from any type of event. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that anything, I'm not even going to put any type of negativity out there. But if there were any type of negativity to come my way, big or small, because even just the smallest inconveniences in life become annoying, let alone anything that's major, right? But so I took that as a sign that my ancestors are protecting me, and that's what happens. The little glass breaks, and that's a sign that I'm protected, and I'm gonna take. That's gonna be my offering per se. And so actually, we're gonna do another offering. So we got some yarrow. You can't even see that writing on there, but we got some yarrow flowers, very harmonizing herb, right? And so we're going to dress this candle. We've also got some Tunes Tonics anointing oil. Highlight your unk if you're interested in any Tunes Tonics anointing oil. Is olive oil infused with frankincense resin tears, frankincense tears, the tears of the tears of the sun, right? Or what do they say? Tears of God, something like that. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of this oil onto my hands, and we gonna dress the candle with it. So this is anointing oil. You can dress your candles, anoint yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just bless yourself with that good energy, good vibes. So anyway, we're also gonna burn a little bit of sage. So if you want some Tombs Tonic anointing oil, holla at your unk. We gonna get you hooked up. So let's burn a little bit of this dragon's blood sage too. Just bless this candle. So this is a ritual that y'all can participate in. So if you got a candle, bust it out with your unk. But anyway, we're just blessing this candle. Typically, you want to take the stickers off. I didn't take the sticker off this time, but you don't want any like excess words, right? Or you can write your own words and intention on the candle. White is a very spiritual color. It's a pure color. White light is very protective and pure. So I like white. You can choose a candle of your color depending on what you're working on. Like red or pink for love, green for money, things like that, right? But we working with a white candle. We got some yarrow flowers in it. We got a little bit of anointing oil with the frankincense resin. And so let's go ahead and light this up. And it's a quick little vibe check, you know what I'm saying? For this full moon lunar eclipse, we gonna see what wants to come forward. So calling in and thanking Great Spirit for this day, for this lunar eclipse in Pisces. And we're asking that, Great Spirit brings forth the messages that we need to hear today, while calling in our most elevated angels, ancestors, and allies to commune with us today. Ashe. I love that Tibetan sing bowl. Let's chime it out right quick. Come on now. Ah. Oh, you got to get it just right. Apply steady pressure. Yeah, that's the singing bowl. Mm, good vibrations. I don't like to cut it short. You want to let that vibration go out almost to the very end. All right, man. Let's see what wants to come forward. We're gonna pull from the herbal astrology oracle deck, and we're gonna get into a little bit of tarot too. So let's pull one card from the herbal astrology oracle deck and see what wants to come forward from Great Spirit. What messages do we have for this lunar eclipse in Pisces? Ashe. Makuna journey. Interesting, yo. I mean, I pulled this for myself earlier. I shuffled this whole thing up and all of that and pulled the same card I pulled for myself, Makuna journey. So Makuna is like a bean. It's a really dark black bean, and they would make a brew it in a thick paste in a brew, and it's very nutritious and helps sustain people on their journeys. I forget where it's indigenous to, what country it is. I want to say like South America. So it's yeah, pretty sure it's a South American kind of staple. Now I've had Makuna before too in a powdered extract, and it's very good at gene building. It's I believe it's also got the L-dopa, so it's good for the dopamine response, if my memory serves me correctly. It's got some type of yeah, I want to say it's the L-dopa, and that's part of why I had gotten it. This is a number 16 card, which is based on 1 and 6 is 7. So we got that lucky number 7, and it's the card of journey. So we're on a spiritual journey. Each and every one of us is on a deep spiritual journey, and you yourself are probably in the middle of a journey. And so, you know, sometimes we can get, especially when we're on a journey like up the mountain, right? We can get caught up in this factor that, man, we're definitely not at the start or at the summit of the mountain, and we ain't reached the top yet either. You know what I mean? You might be a little bit fatigued. You know I've definitely been fatigued this eclipse season, man. It's taken a lot out of me. We're also in the dog days of summer. It's late August. It's hot as a mother out here. You know, it was just like 112, 115 the last couple of days, something like that. We've been breaking records. So it's just, I'm worn out. You know what I'm saying? Your Uncle T is worn out. So some of y'all are feeling it too, just worn out from the journey of life. But I'm telling you, and your angels, ancestors, and allies are telling you that you are being supported and to continue to fight the good fight. Stay on the path. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what tarot wants to come out. We're gonna use the holographic tarot right here. See how that shows up on camera. So fight the good fight. Continue the journey, y'all. This is Mercury and Uranus. So I forget the exact astrology, but there's some type of like square with Uranus, something like that. Basically, Uranus is a big power player in this eclipse time right now. Uranus is a lot about energy and also like spontaneity. It's spontaneous, it's energetic, it's erratic. It's the one planet that rotates like this. All the other planets rotate, you know, on this type of an axis, but Uranus is all extra weird, right? It rotates like on that type of an axis, and it's a gas plant. It's got that blue gas, and you know it can be, yeah, just very sporadic, very haphazard, both good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Such, which is why when this glass broke for me earlier today, I responded. That was that Uranian type of energy, and I'm like, all right, cool. You know, let's let that one go and move on to bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's funny too because I'm seeing this pot on this Makuna right here, this brewing pot, right? And like I said, according to, um, I want to not necessarily the legends because this is like bona fide information, but basically this aspect of them breaking the pots, right? And we see the all-seeing eye right here with the thunderstorm. So, you know, even when you're on the mountain, you're still not at the summit, you know, where things, you know, skies are clear. You're like in the middle of the mountain and there's a storm going on. There's a lot going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? But continue to fight the good fight. Continue to stay on the journey. because there will be rewards at the end of the path. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get to that summit and you can see clearly, man, it's just a beautiful sight, you know, and you're rewarded. That's the reward in and of itself, to know that you made it thus far and that you're able to see clear skies and you're able to see, you know, that overall that overlook point of view, you know what I'm saying? Where you can see things clearly now. You're not stuck in the minute details of life, but it's like everything, all the people look like ants down there and this and that, and you've got that overview effect, you know what I'm saying? You've got that God's eye point of view, you know what I mean? Looking down and you can see the bigger picture, such as the card of journey, like seeing the bigger picture as far as the journey goes. So, okay, let's pull 3 cards with the tarot. We got the Fool card. Like I said, it's the start of a beautiful journey, y'all. Start of a beautiful journey. Fool card. We got the King of Cups. The King is very intuitive. The King of Cups is very emotionally intelligent. Um, you know, he's well reserved and got very well mannered. He's got his emotions intact. You know what I'm saying? The Fool and the King of Cups. The Fool and the King of Cups. Let's pull one more card. Wow, and we got the Strength card. Direct strength from the ancestors. So this is beautiful energy right here. Full card, 0 card of the deck. The Strength card is number 8, which we've also had the number 7 on this journey. So now you're going from the 0 to the 7 to the 8 ad infinitum, right? The journey never ends. And that's part of this ancestral card. So strength to me is the ancestors, right? And that's part of the ancestral strength, is like bloodline through bloodline, you know, being procreated, constantly procreated. Like we're living the dreams of our ancestors and we're clearing out karma and things like that within the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just realized let me lower it down a little bit. My head's like out of frame. I just got sidetracked. And don't get sidetracked on the journey, right? Your ancestors are here to give you strength and keep you on point. You know what I'm saying? Remain in frame. You know what I'm saying? And that King of Cups, like I said, emotional intelligence, emotional fulfillment. Um, you've got your mastery of water. So, you know, some of y'all too, it's going to be beneficial to kind of bless your water, especially during this moon. I wouldn't necessarily leave it out. You know, you can do the moon water. I wouldn't leave it out because it is an eclipse, and that water is going to be a different type of potent energy. But, you know, just continue to bless your water as the King of Cups that you are, male or female. This is not gender specific. You know what I'm saying? But just remember that king is in charge of his or her castle, his or her domain, his or her environment, and they're emotionally stable. They've got emotional intelligence, everybody around them and surrounding them, and your particular vibe feels comfortable around you, very nurtured and very well taken care of and emotionally understood. So you're providing that for others, and in turn, others, like-minded souls, are going to be providing that to you, and your ancestors are, you know, your ancestors directly are providing that to you, and they're also telling you to keep an eye out along the journey. You know what I mean? Keep an eye out for like-minded individuals who can help you along your journey, because you are the main character in the journey, but there's also other little like side characters and different side quests and things like that. So, you know, just keep your eyes and ears open and, you know, just remain blessed. So that's the reading right quick for this lunar eclipse in Pisces. The official eclipse is tomorrow. I forget the exact time, but for us here in Arizona, you know, I believe it's tomorrow, as opposed to like, I want to say like in the UK it's the 28th. So that tells me it's probably going to be like later on in the evening tomorrow night. So anyway, y'all stay safe out there. You know, don't do anything stupid. It is going to be happening. What is this, a Thursday? Thursday or Friday? Yeah, so I believe it's tomorrow. So it'll be happening on Thursday. It's not too crazy, but, you know, just be mindful going into the weekend. Stay on your P's and Q's. It's also the end of the month, so don't be speeding out there. You know what I'm saying? For them speed traps, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just keep your eyes and ears open along the journey. and know that you are supported and your ancestors are here to strengthen you, and you've got a kingdom, to provide for, but you've also got a kingdom at your disposal. So be in mind of people who are going to help assist you along your journey and help you to be the king or queen that you are in this particular existence. So anyway, it's your Uncle T. Yo, if y'all want to hit me up and get this anointing oil, holla at your Unc. If you want a reading, holla at your Unc. If you want to learn some Reiki, I might go live tomorrow. There's a possibility I might go live and do a Reiki session. We'll light the candle again and do some type of little ritual. But if not, y'all got an example of some type of ritual you can do for yourself. Remember to water, even in your food, like bless your food. It's a lot of water going on. So, and then it's a lunar eclipse in Pisces. So be mindful of your water, take your spiritual baths, um, bless your water, make some good food. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Have some libations, toast some libations to your ancestors and to your higher self. Anyway, it's your Uncle T. I'm going to holla at you. Have a wonderful lunar eclipse. Wholeness.